Exclusive signed novel by Feilu Novel Network. The whole nation switches jobs to fight zombies, only I grow sunflowers in a world of global change. In order to resist the constant wave of zombies, everyone needs to choose a profession to fight against them. As a traveler, Lin Feng was originally a high-achieving student with high expectations from the school. But unexpectedly, he chose the most despised auxiliary profession. The gardener. Amidst the ridicule of everyone, the first corpse wave trial finally arrived. See how I, the clergy, can destroy you zombies. I don't know if you zombies can catch my swordsman's sword. Hahaha, gun-fighting skills really live up to their reputation. While these students participating in the trial are crazily showing off their professional skills, Lin Feng silently planted a bunch of sunflowers at the trial camp. The sunlight collection is almost done, and now. As he spoke, Lin Feng touched the pea seeds with a smile on his face. Come out. Pea shooter. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Practice Space, I Can See the Annotations. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Feng sat on the school bus, listening to the lively discussions among his classmates. Do you know that Feng Hongguang from Class 1 has tested his situation using a simulation system and knows which career options the trial space will give him? He has already planned the best choices and routes. There's nothing we can do about it. He's a top-tier second-generation wealthy person, how can we compare ourselves? He is not only a simulation tester, but also a top performer in planning routes. He also takes super gene drugs, and all resources are the strongest. How is the trial space allocated with career options? I'm not sure about the specifics, but it depends on my hobbies and personal situation. For example, if I enjoy practicing martial arts, it may give me options such as being a Qigong master or a martial artist. Lin Feng likes to grow flowers, isn't he a gardener? The professions in the practice space should not be underestimated, and the gardener is also extraordinary. Lin Feng is the number one in our school. Come on, it takes a lot of investment to excel in an auxiliary profession. Hey, Xie Qian from the neighboring school seems to be planning to take an auxiliary route. Is that the school flower? The one that's 1.8 meters tall? Yes, it's her. Hi, they have a family, achievements, background, and are willing to work hard. Let's not think about supporting careers anymore. Lin Feng smiled helplessly. It has been 3 years since I traveled to this world. The former owner of this body liked to grow flowers, but later died by accidentally eating poisonous fruits. Lin Feng crossed over and occupied this body. This world is very interesting. Hundreds of years ago, a global upheaval erupted. This universe collides and merges with another space, creating a trial space that will summon participants to participate in the trial and resist the tide of corpses. At the beginning of the trial, the trainee can choose strange equipment and professions to participate in the trial. At the end of each trial, the ranking will be based on the performance of the trial participants, and rewards will be released. The higher the ranking, the richer the reward. After a brutal period of exploration, humans have roughly investigated the situation of the trial space and formed a federation to respond uniformly to the trial. Now, the college entrance examination has been cancelled. Instead, after the age of 18, go to the trial space to participate in trial exercises. Today is the day to practice space and choose a profession. The classmates chatted enthusiastically. Lin Feng did not participate in their conversation. The car stopped and the students walked off the school bus one after another. Lin Feng, come on, I'll keep an eye on you. The homeroom teacher Lu Ming cheered Lin Feng on. That's right, the ranking of Minglu Middle School this time depends on you and Feng Hongguang. You all need to work hard. Principal Wang Kai said solemnly. Director Qian Xiaoxiao smiled beside him to ease the atmosphere and said, "I don't think there's a problem. Lin Feng is a rare top student in our school for many years, and there is a high probability of cherishing career options." The classmates looked at Lin Feng with envy as he was so valued. After all, the career options provided by the trial space vary from person to person. Students with excellent grades and better physical fitness are more likely to cherish their careers. For example, powerful professions like clergy. And Lin Feng has good grades and a high reputation among students. The local education department in Baisha City has specially scheduled the seed contestants for this year's college entrance examination. Lin Feng ranks 5th. The bell rings, time is up. A group of students walked towards the teleportation hall in an excited and tense atmosphere. Lin Feng walked calmly through the portal. A wave of dizziness came, and a white light lit up. When he regained his senses, he had already arrived in a bright room. A light curtain appeared in front of him. Based on the trainee's situation, provide the following career options. First, junior clergy, obtain sacred seed and sacred magic bead. Second, a junior swordsman who gains magical fighting spirit and a magic iron sword. Third, junior gun fighters, acquire gun fighting skills, and specialize in firearms. Fourth, as a junior gardener, obtain 1 ton of golden trash in a plant atlas. Fifth, a junior mechanic, obtaining basic driving skills, and obtaining a cold wind truck. Lin Feng looked delighted. Clergy. This is cherishing a profession. It's almost the best profession. Only a very small number of people with exceptional talents will pass the test of the trial space and have this profession option appear. Just as Lin Feng was about to choose a career, he found that a line of comments appeared out of thin air after each option. He rubbed his eyes and carefully confirmed. Lin Feng can be certain that these annotations are not prompts that come with the trial space light curtain. Where did this come from? He carefully examined the content of each comment line. The clergy has high requirements for the strength of the trial practitioner's meridians. The trial practitioner's meridian strength is not enough, and there is a risk of exploding and dying. Choosing this profession is equivalent to suicide. Swordsman requires magic affinity, but the trial practitioner's magic affinity is not enough, and there is an upper limit to growth. It is absolutely not recommended to choose it. Gunfighter, the trainer lacks balance and cannot control aiming while running. It is also not recommended to choose this profession. Flower craftsman, a highly growth-oriented profession that can cultivate elixirs and combat-resistant plants. It is highly compatible with practitioners and is a perfect choice with no blind spots in 360 degrees. Recommended for vomiting blood. Mechanist, a mediocre profession that relies too much on vehicles in the later stages and has average growth potential. Extremely not recommended. Lin Feng carefully considered the correctness of these annotations. Its predecessor was due to years of dealing with flowers and plants, and ultimately died from ingesting poisonous fruits. Classmates also joked that the profession of gardener would appear in his options. That is to say, Lin Feng and the gardener profession do have a high degree of compatibility. And it seems that there have been reports of clergy dying from explosives. However, this profession is too powerful and rare, and most people overlook such news. After some thought, Lin Feng decided to believe this annotation. Making a decision, he chose 4 on the light screen, the gardener. Instantly, countless pieces of information flooded into Lin Feng's brain. That's all about knowledge and cultivation methods related to various plants. He covered his head in pain. It took him a while to digest this knowledge. Before he could even marvel at the magic of the trial space, a sound of prompts sounded. Ding! Dare to accept advice, strength +10, intelligence +10. After the system's prompt sound disappeared, Lin Feng's body immediately underwent changes. A symmetrical body becomes stronger. The originally fitted clothes were propped up, appearing a bit tight. The knowledge of plants that I struggled to digest before is now fully integrated. Lin Feng was taken aback for a moment and reacted. System. He immediately began to study. After careful exploration, he confirmed the function of his system. Firstly, this system allows Lin Feng to see annotations. This can provide him with enough reference information and avoid many detours. Secondly, when he completes certain tasks or achieves special achievements, he will receive rewards. The newly acquired physical and intellectual enhancement is an excellent reward. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 2. Do you want to suffocate zombies with fertilizer? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Feng carefully studied the profession of a gardener. A plant atlas. He tried to silently recite in his heart. Soon, a semi-transparent panel appeared before his eyes. On that panel, all the plants that the gardener can cultivate are on it. Roses, Ganoderma lucidum, sunflowers, peas. Although the profession is called a gardener, the cultivation is not limited to flowers. But this is still of no use. After all, practicing space requires facing the tide of corpses and engaging in brutal battles. If there is only such ability, the system will not recommend him to choose this profession. Lin Feng carefully looked at the icons in the plant atlas. Sure enough, comments appeared again. Roses can extract floral essential oil. After cultivation, they can evolve into fragrant roses, greatly increasing the output of essential oil. The evolution method is as follows. Lingji can treat injuries. It can be cultivated into a strong lingji to enhance the strength of meridians. The evolutionary method is as follows. Sunflowers can obtain sunlight energy, which can unlock other plants or allow them to evolve. Sunflowers can evolve into twin sunflowers, which can be unlocked with sunlight energy. Peas, edible. Can evolve into a pea Sagittarius. Evolution method. Use sunlight energy to unlock evolution. Can evolve into a double-headed pea Sagittarius. Evolution method. Lin Feng's eyes lit up. So that's the key. Ordinary people cannot see annotations, so they naturally do not know that plants can still evolve. Even if some human-machine coincidences led to the evolution of plants. But they cannot be replicated on other plants. Who would plant sunflowers in the intense combat training space? Plant peas. I was already killed and the trial failed. In the later part of the guidebook, you can see evolutionary paths such as frozen Sagittarius and lightning Sagittarius. Lin Feng was curious for a moment and flipped through many pages in a row. Many plants below are ordinary. But through various methods, extremely powerful plants can be evolved. Tree of Life. Golden Fruit Tree. The Eternal Tree. World Tree. The unlocking and evolution of these plants require various conditions. Some unblocking conditions are related to the collected sunlight, while others are related to special conditions. The requirements are very demanding. Lin Feng felt an unbearable itch as he looked at these names. Forget it, we have to take each bite of food and walk step by step on the road. Lin Feng tidied up his mood and began to examine the plants he could use and their evolutionary methods. At the same time, practice the hall. The teachers and principals of Minglu Middle School are looking at the information statistics outside. On a large screen, statistical information is displayed. Occupational statistics of the 277th candidates in Baisha City. Swordsmen. 3,005 people. Mentologists. 3,726 people. Mechanists. 4,722 people. Gunfighter. 6,707 people. Clergy. 10 people. Flower maker. 1 person. If only our school had clergy this time. Wang Kai said. He looked at the information on the big screen and stared at professions such as clergy and magicians for a long time. This is cherishing a profession. Only a very small number of people can choose such a profession every time. It's been a long time since Feilu Middle School produced such a talent. We have many good talents this time, maybe there's just one. Lin Feng and Feng Hongquang have such high quality, and their career options will definitely include cherishing professions. Qian Xiuxiu quickly comforted her. I hope so. In a somewhat tense atmosphere, Lu Ming said, Principal, look, there are still gardeners here, which are even rarer than clergy. Everyone suddenly realized that there was such a rare profession. Slowly, more detailed information was also collected and appeared on the screen. Principal Wang Kai's expression froze. Because behind the information from Feilu Middle School, there is a record of flower craftsmen. One person. What's going on? Why would someone choose a gardener? He rose up in anger, his face covered in frost. The other teachers also had an unpleasant expression. It should be noted that the test scores of students are directly linked to the performance of teachers. Randomly choosing a career can lead to negative consequences and have a negative impact on the entire school. At this moment, Qian Xiuxiu pointed to the message on the screen and said, Principal, look, there is a clergyman in our school. As soon as this statement was made, the tense atmosphere that had just begun collapsed instantly. Not bad, not bad. This has brought glory to our school. This time, we rely on this clergyman to improve our ranking. I don't know which student it is. I think either Lin Feng or Feng Hongquang. No matter who it is, it must be rewarded. Everyone agrees with this proposal. When they come out, I will ask who is the clergyman and who is the gardener. One reward, one punishment. Wang Kai made a decision and said firmly. At this moment, the door to the teleportation array room opened. Students came out one after another. The teacher at Feilu Middle School instantly focused his gaze on the students. The students who walked out paused in their footsteps. They didn't understand what had happened, making the teacher's eyes so terrifying. At this moment, a student with glasses on his head and a withered expression walked out. The principal looked at him and his expression changed greatly. Li Yu. Underachieving students at Feilu Middle School. I have always violated the rules and indulged in reckless behavior, which has been recorded multiple times by the school. At this moment, his expression was not that he had chosen a gardener recklessly. He realized and began to regret it. I didn't expect this guy to act recklessly and now he's joking with his own future. Wang Kai walked over angrily. Li Yu. Honestly explain, did you choose the profession of gardener? Li Yu was surprised and didn't know what he was talking about. Seeing him not speaking, Wang Kai became even angrier. That, principal, my profession is gladiator. Gladiator. Are you not a gardener? Li Yu is somewhat inexplicable. Principal, no matter what, I wouldn't choose to be a gardener as my profession. So why are you feeling disheartened? Because my profession is all about gladiators and other muscular professions, I'm not handsome at all. I'm full of brute force, which doesn't match my cold temperament at all. Wang Kai almost missed a breath. The reason why this student repeatedly violates school rules is also to be cool. It's normal for him to feel frustrated because his profession is not flashy. It's not you, who is that? Can it be Tang Mingdao? They are all problem students in the school, disobedient to discipline. The students came out one by one, and Wang Kai and the others confirmed one by one. But everyone said they didn't choose a gardener. On the contrary, it is already clear who the clergy is, and it is Feng Huangquang. The number of people remaining inside is decreasing. When there was only Lin Feng inside, the principal's expression was very unpleasant. All the teachers have an incredulous expression. After waiting for a long time, Lin Feng finished studying the guidebook and walked out. Well, Lin Feng, the principal has a question for you. Wang Kai still held a glimmer of hope, hoping that the statistics had gone wrong. Principal, please ask. What profession have you chosen? I have chosen a gardener. Lin Feng replied lightly. With the clergy and 2 more generals, this is a great opportunity for Wang Kai to significantly improve the school's ranking. As a result, one of the 2 generals chose the gardener. He was infuriated, his eyes twitched, and he fainted. The teachers around looked at Lin Feng with incredible expressions. Do you want to suffocate zombies with fertilizer? 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 3. Planting Plants, Corpse Tide Coming. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Early the next morning, Lin Feng arrived at the city center. The teleportation tower transports all candidates to the transfer station in the trial space. Lin Feng got off the car and arrived at the square outside the spire. The platform of the square is very large. At this moment, there are already many people on the square. And there are constantly cars coming over, bringing countless reference students and accompanying parents and teachers. After examining the surrounding environment, Lin Feng walked into the teleportation spire. When he arrived at the waiting room, many people recognized his identity. Look, that's the only candidate in Baisha City who has chosen to work as a gardener. You have fallen behind in your news. According to the latest news, he is the only candidate in the world to choose the profession of gardener. Surprisingly, I set myself free during the college entrance examination, my role model, Unfortunately, out of the top 10 seeded players in our city, only 9 remain. Discussions came in waves. Thanks to the trial space, the technology in this world is highly developed. The news of Lin Feng choosing a gardener spread quickly. After all, he is one of the top 10 seeded players in Baisha City, and his ranking is not low. Many teachers use him as a negative example to educate high school freshmen and sophomores. Who do you think he will team up with? Who knows, but the gardener profession alone cannot pass the trial. Even forming a team is very difficult. It's already difficult to try and practice, and I have to carry this dragging oil bottle. Many people are curious about who Lin Feng wants to team up with. After all, an auxiliary professional cannot get through the initial trial training alone. The college entrance examination starts with a first-order practice space. The first-level trial space allows 2 people to team up. The trial space will automatically score based on each person's performance. However, the vast majority of candidates do not want to team up with others. After all, forming a team means facing double the pressure. If the cooperation is not good or the team's professional fit is not high, it may hinder each other's progress. Only disciples from prestigious families may form teams. A top-level auxiliary profession paired with a top-level attacking profession can achieve better results. Lin Feng was too lazy to interfere with the discussions of these people and calmly registered his name. In the formation, he chose individual combat. The staff in charge of registration looked at him curiously. Classmate, don't you think about it? It's very dangerous for the gardener profession to participate in solo trials. No need, I'll be fine alone. This conversation caused a huge uproar. The students who were still teleporting the spire were all shocked. Surprisingly, it was one person participating in the trial. Auxiliary profession. Still a gardener. Lin Feng ignored the shocked gazes of the crowd and sat next to him waiting to enter. Ding-ling-ling. Ding-ling-ling. A hurried bell rang. The exam begins and the candidates enter. Lin Feng calmly walked into the portal. A burst of white light rose and he disappeared from the teleportation spire. When he regained his sight, he found himself appearing on a hillside. The trainees successfully teleported. The trainees can call out the terminal panel through their minds. The faint mechanical sound of the trial space rang out. Lin Feng raised an eyebrow. This trial space is really like a game. Terminal panel. As he silently recited in his heart. A semi-transparent light curtain appears. There is a line of small characters written on the light screen. The trial starts at sunset, preparation time. 6.55.32 There is still nearly 7 hours of preparation time. Looking further down, you can see other functions of the operating terminal. Trainer information, exclusive chat ranking, advanced. In the trial practitioner information, you can see your own information. Name: Lin Feng, occupation: Junior Flower Craftsman, class. First level practitioner. In the occupation option, Lin Feng saw his skill interface. In the seed box, lay various plant seeds or rhizomes that he had unlocked. Rose seeds, orchid seeds, sunflower seeds, pea seeds. At the bottom of the interface, it displays the amount of sunlight he currently possesses. 0 o'clock. Exit the career option. Lin Feng continues to view other functions. Lin Feng clicked into the chat and found 3 channels inside. Local channel, domestic channel, global channel. He clicked into the local channel and watched. Only a few people were speaking. After all, everyone is preparing to practice, and there are not many people speaking. Lin Feng turned off the terminal light screen. As the sun rises in the east, he finds the surrounding environment very good. There are many giant rocks on the mountainside, forming natural levels. Only a few small paths can climb to the top of the mountain. The hillside is easy to defend but difficult to attack. This is very helpful for getting through the early stages of trial training. Behind him is a small wooden house. This should be the initial base arranged for each trainee in the trial space. Lin Feng went in to take a look and found a small wooden bed inside. Outside the house, there is a ton of gold garbage. There are also various planting tools. With limited time, he began to prepare for the upcoming wave of corpses. Choosing a good place, Lin Feng began planting sunflowers. When he selected the sunflower seed with his mind, the seed appeared in his hand. Dig the soil with a hoe, plant seeds, and then bury them with a shovel. Finally, there is a sprinkler to sprinkle water. When he chose the profession of gardener, a lot of planting knowledge was infused into his brain. So, he planted sunflowers with smooth movements. As expected, the plants in this trial space are not ordinary plants. Sunflowers sprout very quickly. As time passed, small light balls appeared on the sunflowers. Those light balls, revealing a brilliant golden color, shimmering brightly, are very beautiful. When Lin Feng touches the light ball with his hand, they will disappear. His sunshine points will also increase. It's really amazing. He sighed. No wonder the prowess of the gardener profession has not been discovered. Who knows, this profession requires planting sunflowers first. In this trial space, you have to face an endless tide of corpses. What can sunflowers do? Can they eat them? This is what other people in this world think. If it weren't for annotations, he wouldn't have noticed the strength of the gardener profession. Lin Feng accumulates sunlight points while planting sunflowers and peas. Then use the number of sunshine points to evolve peas into pea shooters. Time flies by quickly. As dusk approaches, sunflowers are no longer able to produce sunlight. Lin Feng exchanged the remaining sunlight for pea shooter and planted all of them. After planting, he had some leisure time. There are still 15 minutes left for preparation. While other trainees were still digging trenches and making roadblocks, Lin Feng quietly enjoyed the scenery of the base. The trial is starting. Trial level. First level. Practice content. Resist 5 waves of zombies, with 100 per wave. In the trial space, the faint sound of machinery rang out. Rows of zombies appeared at the foot of the mountain. Lin Feng's spirit was uplifted. Here we go. He looked down at the slope eagerly. A tide of corpses emerged. Zombies swarmed in one after another. Some zombies have lost their teeth and a mouthful of rotten teeth. Some people have half of their brains missing and are still able to move. No matter how shabby their appearance is, their speed of movement is very fast. This greatly surprised Lin Feng. After all, in his perception, the speed of zombie movement is very slow. Large groups of zombies rushed forward. Bang! Bang bang! One zombie after another flew out, their bodies torn apart. Just as Lin Feng carefully observed the zombies, the pea shooter in the front row launched an attack. A huge pea was launched, flying at a very fast speed. The zombies couldn't react and had already died. Lin Feng raised his eyebrows. Very impressive. This attack power is effortless in completing this trial. The pea shooter in the second row just launched an attack. No zombie can cross the thunder pit one step. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 4. Can zombies really be smoked with fertilizer? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Feng planted 4 rows of pea shooters in total. There are a total of 40 plants. The first 2 rows of pea shooters fired peas one after another. Zombies fell in patches. The first wave of zombie attacks is nearing its end. Only 2 of the 4 rows of pea shooters have launched attacks. No zombies can charge into the attack range of the second 2 rows of pea shooters. Lin Feng was not careless. It's hard to say if the later waves of zombies are more aggressive. However, the following waves of zombies were no different from the first wave. Lin Feng has some doubts. He didn't expect his own pea shooter to have such strong attack power. He carefully observed the pea shooter. Annotations have once again emerged out of thin air. P. Sagittarius, evolved from peas. Appearance. Perfect. The quality of plants is related to the planting techniques and compatibility of the grower. This pea has been carefully cultivated and has a perfect appearance. Lin Feng exhaled a breath. He just planted it step by step. I didn't expect such an effect. This is partly due to the original love for flowers and plants, as well as years of planting experience. On the other hand, it is also due to the rewards obtained from being brave enough to accept advice before. Both the growth of strength and the strengthening of intelligence have played a significant role. No wonder the comments strongly recommend him to choose the gardener profession. It really fits perfectly. After watching the battle for a while, Lin Feng lost interest. He yawned and ran to the small wooden house at the top of the slope to rest. Outside, zombies died in patches. Lin Feng is sleeping inside the house. The pea shooter outside automatically attacked the zombies. His trial seemed very easy. The zombies rushed forward one after another. No matter how fierce their impact may be, the result is fragmentation and scattered limbs on the ground. While he was sleeping, the other candidates in the training space were fighting and bathing in blood. In a trial space in Baisha City, Feng Hongquang stood in place. He was dressed in white and wore a strange string of magic beads on his right hand. The whole body is shining with divine white light. He lifted his right hand and white light balls rushed out one by one. This is the initial skill of a clergyman, holy light impact. The holy light ball hit the zombie, and the zombie instantly fell to the ground. If you hit a light ball again, the zombie will die. With its strong attack power, no zombies can approach Feng Huangquang. But an anxious expression gradually appeared on his face. Because there is a faint pain in his arm meridians. The impact of this holy light is too heavy on the arms. He sighed. The first wave of 100 zombies has been killed, and he may not be able to catch his breath, but the second wave of zombies has arrived again. The pressure on Feng Hongquang gradually increases. He can't hold on anymore. When the burden on his right hand was too heavy, Feng Hongquang took off the magic bead and placed it on his left hand. While attacking with a different hand, he began to move. Stand still and attack before. But now, the zombies are getting closer and closer to him. He can only fight and retreat at the same time. Fortunately, I have obtained the strongest professional clergy, otherwise I might not have passed this trial. He is very fortunate. The difficulty of this trial is higher than he imagined. This is just the weakest first-level trial. The only ones launching attacks are ordinary zombies. If you try to improve your level in the future, you may encounter special zombies. The growth potential of clergy is also the strongest, and I can definitely complete the trial and reach the peak. Feng Hongquang secretly encouraged himself. At the same time, he sounded Lin Feng. This time, the ranking of Minglu Middle School has been improved solely by me. The battle became increasingly intense. This kind of battle takes place in various trial spaces. Whether in the east or the west. The candidates have just entered the trial practice space and have not accumulated much. Many students come from very good families and receive elite education. They can obtain better careers. Both physical fitness and intelligence are stronger than other students. Even some descendants of aristocratic families have combat experience. Anyway, newcomers who have just entered the trial space have accumulated too little. This leads to a very difficult battle for each candidate. Except for Lin Feng. Just as the candidates are fighting hard. Ding! First-level tester Lin Feng has completed his first trial. A mechanical prompt sounded in all the first-level trial spaces. Many candidates who are engaged in fierce battles are struggling with their movements. Many people cannot believe it. How could this be possible? We are still fighting against the previous waves of zombies. Has someone already completed the trial? Before they could react, another notification sounded. Ding! Practitioner Lin Feng completed the first task of the first-level trial, took 1 hour, greatly improved the task record, and received a rating of SS. Different from the previous notification. The second notification will sound in all trial spaces. Whether it is the first order practice space where the candidates are located. It is still the 4th and 5th level trial training space where professional warriors are located. Or the 9th level trial space where some top players are located. Everyone heard this notice. The candidate who has just taken a breath exhaled from the control panel and clicked on ranking as expected. There is only one name in the ranking of this trial task. Lin Feng. Ranked first. The only candidate who has completed the trial now. As soon as this news comes out, everyone's stupid. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 5. Breaking Records. A gardener. It's fake. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The chat channel of the trial space has already exploded. All candidates are still fighting. But other level testers can still communicate. In the chat channel, countless trainees began to discuss. Whether on the local channel or the national channel, it is currently bustling with activity. Sleeping Trough, does anyone know who this Lin Feng master is? He can even break the record. He seems to be a candidate for the college entrance examination this time. Are you joking? Can candidates achieve such results? What are you deceiving me for? The announcement says it's a first-level trainer. Are all the newcomers now monsters? Based on this situation, he will soon be able to accumulate enough integrals for upgrading. Why haven't you ever heard of someone breaking a record receiving such high praise for their trial space before? Perhaps it's because Lin Feng not only broke the record, but also significantly raised it. Everyone is discussing Lin Feng's performance. Countless second and third level practitioners praised it endlessly. Quickly refresh each message one by one. Practitioners with higher ranks of 4 or more are also paying attention to this matter. After all, after completing the trial, you will receive a point reward. Points can do many things, and you can also apply for advanced assessments. Once you pass the assessment, you can elevate your level and enter a more challenging trial space. If there are new talents with strong potential, their pace of advancement will be very fast. At this moment, the chat channel is incredibly lively. Countless people are discussing the word Lin Feng. Lin Feng yawned. He has some doubts. The prompt just now sounded in all the trial spaces. He was awakened by the noise. Before he could react, the light curtain appeared. Congratulations on completing the trial and breaking the record. Reward Sunshine plus 1000. Reward Trial Points plus 100. You can choose a prize from the following rewards. A low-level longevity pill. B low-level power boosting pill. C low-level healing pill. D low-level cold energy pill. Lin Feng did not rashly choose these 4 options when he saw them. He focused his attention on the various options. Line-by-line comments appear. Low-level longevity pills can increase lifespan by 3 years and are very precious. However, gardeners can cultivate spiritual fruits and medicinal herbs that can increase lifespan, so it is not recommended to choose them. Low-level power boosting pill, strength plus 5. It is average and not very helpful for the host. It is also not recommended to choose. Low-level healing pill, can treat injuries. Low-level trial training, the host cannot be injured at all. Choosing this option is too wasteful. Money and recklessness are another matter. Low-level cold chi pill, enhancing the magical power of ice attribute. The host cannot take it. However, its attributes can be analyzed, and combined with sunlight energy, it can transform pea shooter into ice shooter. Highly recommended. Lin Feng's mouth twitched. The style of this annotation doesn't seem very serious. However, the current situation has already verified the reliability of annotations. Without hesitation, Lin Feng chose the cold chi pill. A blue pill appeared in his hand. Cold air overflowed everywhere. He just got the pill and the annotation appeared. Cold chi pill, give it to any pea shooter to unlock the ice shooter. Take it for the pea shooter. Lin Feng pondered for a moment. He came to the nearest pea shooter and buried the cold chi pill in the soil. The pea shooter covered itself with a layer of frost at a speed visible to the naked eye. The light curtain appeared in front of him. Detected ice Sagittarius, does it consume 100 sunlight to unlock? I just received 1000 sunshine, and now the sunshine is very abundant. Without any hesitation, Lin Feng chose to agree. In his seed pen, there appeared peas that emitted a chill. He carefully looked at the ice shooter on the ground and hesitated for a moment. It doesn't seem to have much effect now. The output has severely overflowed. Even if the ice Sagittarius leans towards controlling plants, it can slow down the zombie's mobility. But the peas it launches still have decent attacking power. But now there are no zombies that can touch a pea. After thinking for a long time, Lin Feng still planted 4 cold peas. Just in case, safety is paramount. The trial is still ongoing and the ranking is not over yet. So the reward given is to break records and receive SS evaluations. The reward for this trial has not been distributed yet. The sky is not yet bright, and sunflowers do not produce sunlight. Lin Feng has nothing else to do. His drowsiness had not yet dissipated, so he continued to sleep. After more than 2 hours. Finally, other candidates gradually completed the trial practice. The first thing anyone does after completing the trial is to open the panel and check the ranking. On this ranking, Lin Feng's name ranks first. And the time he spent completing the trial was 1 hour. More than 2 hours faster than the second place. Countless candidates were shocked. Many candidates are searching for previous records. They discovered the previous record, which took 2 hours and 46 minutes. What makes candidates even more incredulous is the occupational information written after Lin Feng's name. Flower maker. What a joke. Can someone really use fertilizer to suffocate zombies? Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 6. Unprecedented, Arousing Attention. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. A trial space in forest terrain. Feng Hongquang is calling out the panel, carefully checking the ranking. Among the candidates in the whole world, he is nothing at all. I didn't even make it to the top 200. Among the candidates in Baisha City, only Lin Feng ranked first and entered the top 10. The remaining one is Xie Qian from the neighboring Baisha No. 8 Middle School, ranked 88th. Feng Hongquang couldn't believe what he saw. This is impossible. He has lost some composure. After all, he invested so much capital in simulation testing, hiring strong players to plan routes, and using drugs such as super gene drugs. I have made sufficient preparations for this exam. I didn't expect to lose. And looking at the ranking, I lost so thoroughly. He has been competing with Lin Feng at Minglu Middle School for so many years. He comes from a wealthy family and grew up in an excellent environment. But he has never won. Every time I take an exam, I am the second in a million years. Not only that, he lost many competitions to Lin Feng in school. This college entrance examination was originally his comeback battle, but he didn't expect to lose in the first round of confrontation. After taking a few deep breaths, Feng Hongquang calmed down. This is just the beginning. The gardener is ultimately a gardener and cannot win over the clergy. He returned to his stronghold and began preparing for the next trial. Minglu Middle School. Lu Ming is in the office, anxiously waiting for the initial results with the senior class teachers. Although students are not allowed to come out during the college entrance examination. But messages can be sent out through chat channels. Participants from other classes will upload their current rankings. Ding ding ding, you are my little one. Just as the teachers were anxiously waiting for the results, a sudden ringing of the phone rang. Lu Ming saw that his phone was ringing. He picked up his phone and saw that the person calling was his old classmate, Wang Wen, who was a teacher in another city. Hello. Why do you think of me? Before he could finish speaking, an urgent voice came from the phone. Lu Ming. You can do it, kid. You quietly cultivated a talented person, treat guests. Lu Ming was stunned for a moment. What are you talking about? What kind of talent? Still pretending to be garlic, that's the top student you mentioned before, the one named Lin Feng. He ranked first in a single task and significantly broke the record. He suddenly stood up and said with a hint of composure, really? Where did the news come from? My former student is still fighting in the 4th level trial space, and he passed on the news to me. He has become a topic of discussion now. Congratulations, you have a chance of promotion. Lu Ming is a bit foolish. How could this be possible? Ranking first on the first day of reaching the summit of the gardener profession. Significantly breaking records. You know, this is a global exam. In addition to the top talents in China, there are also talented individuals from all over the world who will take the exam. Thank goodness I was able to enter the top 100, but surprisingly, I ranked first. Lu Ming immediately contacted multiple parties and began to verify the authenticity of the news. Quickly, he discovered the clues. Although there is currently not much information online, you can see some related posts one after another. There are already people discussing this matter in places such as Trial Forum and Post Weibo. Is this all true? Or is the gardener unique? After a moment of shock, Lu Ming. Then, an unparalleled sense of joy surged in my heart. He quickly rushed out of the office, wanting to tell the principal Wang Kai the news. Leave the others looking at each other. When Lu Ming arrived at the principal's office, before knocking on the door, he heard the sound of cups falling inside. Waste. Waste. He could have achieved such results even if he had chosen a gardener. If he had chosen a powerful combat profession, wouldn't the subsequent trial training be easy to come by? I'm so angry, really angry. Bang bang. A sound of tapping the table rang out. This is a great plan for our school to produce a regional champion. It's a waste. What a waste. Then, a burst of female screams came out. Ah ah. Hurry up and get someone to help, the principal has passed out again. Lu Ming rushed in quickly. In the office, the principal rolled his eyes and lay on the office chair. Standing next to him was the panicked teaching director Qian Xiuxiu. Upon hearing the sound, teachers from other offices also came to help. After sending the principal to the hospital in front of everyone, Lu Ming calmed down. It's still too aggressive, no one knows if this was an accident. After all, it's a gardener profession, and no one knows what's going on in the trial space. After all, in the public perception, a gardener is a scrap profession. No one would even think of this profession when it comes to waste materials. Lin Feng was unaware of this series of changes. He just woke up from sleep. We are currently selecting rewards. All the candidates' practice sessions have ended. Ranking statistics are completed, and trial rewards will be distributed. Congratulations on completing this trial and ranking first. Reward Sunshine plus 200. Reward Trial Points plus 30. You can choose a prize from the following rewards. A. Infinite bullet pistol, B. Short-range aircraft, C. 1 bottle of shampoo, D. 10 large mirrors. Looking at these rewards, Lin Feng became somewhat curious. What prompts will your own less serious system give? 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 7. Tai That's Not Serious. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Feng stared at the reward options in front of him. Annotations appear. Infinite bullet pistol. There is unlimited ammunition, but each shooter's P is also infinite. If you choose this reward, the host can trade it to others for money. Short-range aircraft. Can fly several kilometers and is a kite-flying weapon. Currently, the test is not suitable for the host to adopt kite-flying tactics. If this reward is chosen, the host can trade it to others for money. Shampoo. The head can be broken, and the hairstyle should not be messy. If you choose this reward, the host can comb a handsome hairstyle and exchange it for the little sister's reward. 10 mirrors. Everyone has a heart for beauty. Which handsome young man doesn't want to have 10 mirrors to fully appreciate his beauty without blind spots? Surrounding the flower field can improve the efficiency of sunflowers in producing sunlight. We recommend it with great effort. Lin Feng's mouth twitched. This annotation is too unorthodox, isn't it? If it weren't for knowing that system products must be high quality. I'm afraid I dare not listen to such unreliable advice at all. He found that the style of annotations may be related to his mood. Just like now, he is very happy. If his parents were next to him, he might be joking. And the system's annotations may have responded to his psychology, giving him this quirky style. You can still break your head, and your hairstyle should not be messy. Everyone has a love for beauty. It really made him want to roast. But it's clear which reward to choose. Option D, 10 mirrors. A slight noise came from the cabin. 10 wide mirrors appeared outside the wooden house. Each mirror is 3 meters high and 3 meters wide. Fortunately, after the previous reward, Lin Feng's strength increased by 10 and his body became much stronger. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to move those 10 mirrors conveniently. Install all mirrors on the side of the flower field, and beams of sunlight are reflected into the flower field. Lin Feng began his next work. At present, sunlight can only be obtained during the day. He must cherish the time during the day. Although it was easy to complete the first trial. But be careful to sail a ship that will last for thousands of years. Lin Feng carefully examined the condition of the sunflowers. At present, the price of a sunflower is 50 sunshine. Each sunflower can produce approximately 300 points of sunlight per day. I don't know if there will be any advanced methods in the future. But currently, each sunflower produces not much sunlight. Now, he has a total of 20 sunflowers. You can get 6,000 sunshine per day. On the first day, in order not to capsize, he didn't plant too many sunflowers. He always kept the number of pea shooters twice that of sunflowers. From now on, it seems that the initial trials were not enough to defeat him. That can increase the number of sunflowers. For safety reasons, Lin Feng first replanted 5 Ice Sagittarius, with 1 at each channel on the mountainside. Afterwards, he increased his efforts to plant sunflowers. Sunshine is the foundation of everything. Work hard and time passes quickly. Twilight has arrived and the sun has set. Ding! Don't be arrogant or impatient, fully prepared, physical fitness +10. The system sound has been ringing for a long time. Lin Feng recalls the last time he received a system reward, which was 2 days ago. It has been quite a while. He joked inwardly while waiting for his body to change. Waves of warm water flowed through the limbs and bones. Waves of hot air emanate from the heart. Lin Feng's already strong thighs have become even thicker. Increased back muscles and wider shoulders. Lin Feng stood in front of the mirror, carefully observing the changes in his body. Perfect. Just finished praising, the panel of the trial space automatically lights up. The second trial begins, preparation time. 3.59.59 Lin Feng became excited. You can get rewards again. He looks forward to the arrival of this trial. At the same time, the capital city, Beijing. A building with an extremely large area is located in the suburbs. A 300-story building stands tall here, and from a distance, you can see the huge lightning rod at its top. Trial Space Research Institute. The most important research institution in the entire ****. In an office at the Research Institute, a middle-aged man with a scruffy beard was flipping through documents. Li Minghui, the second-level supervisor of the Experimental Space Research Institute. A study on the freshness of the first trial record in the first trial practice space. What is this? First-level trials are also worth paying attention to. He muttered in confusion and picked up the research document to flip through. Interesting young people, breaking records significantly. He developed great curiosity. Li Minghui carefully reviewed this research record. It is said to be research, but in fact, it is just a record and analysis of some situations. When he saw the word gardener following Lin Feng's profession, he lost interest again. Flower maker, it's okay then. It must be a plant that has undergone mutation and evolution, it's just luck. In the years when the trial space first emerged, humans struggled to explore. The profession of gardener has not been studied by anyone. There have also been a few instances of plant variation. Some mutated plants can have magical effects. However, the variation of plants cannot be replicated. This ultimately led to the abandonment of the profession of gardener. Li Minghui pondered for a moment and then looked at the last page of the research report. Significantly breaking the record and receiving an SS rating, this is the first evaluation to appear in the trial space. He took out a pen and wrote the annotations. Continue to observe and pay attention to level E. Li Minghui wouldn't know that one day after he wrote the annotations, Lin Feng's attention level would become A, so focus on following. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. The difficulty of Chapter 8 has increased, and the reason is actually myself. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the trial space, Lin Feng slept again. When he woke up, it had been over 3 hours. The trial is about to begin. He was full of anticipation, waiting for the content of this trial. The trial is starting. Trial level. First level. Trial content, survival trial, facing a continuous attack of zombies, survive for 24 hours. In the trial space, the faint sound of machinery rang out. Lin Feng squinted his eyes. This is not right. Although the initial trial content is fixed except for the first trial, the subsequent trial content will change. But most of the trials experienced by each group of trainees follow the principle of going from easy to difficult. The first trial was to kill hundreds of zombies. It is highly likely that this second trial will still kill a certain number of zombies and increase the number. Or face a constant stream of zombies and survive for 1 to 2 hours. As a result, now we are directly requesting to survive for 24 hours. What is this concept? Equivalent to increasing the difficulty of the trial by 12 times. Can others really complete such trials? Meanwhile, Lin Feng was also very puzzled. What exactly makes the trial space more challenging? Curious, he opened the panel and clicked on the chat channel he was supposed to go to. This is crazy. Do you want us to persist for 24 hours? Even if I could keep killing zombies in seconds, I wouldn't be able to fight without sleeping for 24 hours. I can't hold on to my spirit. What the hell? Are you sure it's not 2.4 hours, it's 24 hours? Even if I were a clergyman, I wouldn't have been able to persist for that long. Is this just a direct attempt to make everyone fail? Trying to practice a ghost, I gave up anyway. Fortunately, this is a low-level trial. If you fail a mid-level or higher trial, you will really die. Don't give up, we can dig an underground hole and hide. Sleeping slot, sleeping slot. Classmate, you're a genius. How could I not have thought of such a simple solution? After someone suggested digging a hole, the chat room suddenly fell silent. I believe the students who complained before have reacted and can avoid it if they can't fight. But Lin Feng still feels that something is not quite right. Because when preparing the time before, it was not said that we had to survive for 24 hours. There won't be a few people digging shelters or similar places in advance. Now that the trial has started, except for some professions that excel in this skill, where else can the trial practitioners dig holes? Is it difficult? This is also a part of the trial practice. Who can know this in advance and make preparations? Lin Feng was lost in thought. He exited the chat interface and looked at the task content. A line of comments emerged. Because a trainee performed too well in the previous round, the trial space automatically determines that the first-level trainee in this batch is strong, increasing the difficulty by 12 times. Lin Feng was taken aback. What does this mean? Did one of the participants perform too well, which affected the difficulty level of all participants? Who is it? He was stunned for a moment before realizing it. That overly excellent trainer, isn't he himself? Lin Feng felt a bit embarrassed after experiencing it. Sorry everyone, I didn't expect being too excellent to harm you. He expressed his apologies in his heart. Roar, roar. Hoo. Hiss, hiss, hiss. A strange sound came over. Lin Feng fixed his gaze and saw a large group of zombies appearing below the slope. This quantity is conservatively estimated to be 100. But that's not all. Lin Feng saw even further away, and large groups of zombies rushed towards him. He estimated that the speed of all the zombies was slightly faster than the first zombie. It seems that this trial not only increased survival time, but also increased the strength of zombies. The roar of zombies kept coming and going. Lin Feng was curious about how the zombie with a broken body made a sound. Shoo shoo. Shoo shoo. The sound of breaking through the sky came in waves. The pea shooter at the forefront launched an attack. Large peas bombarded the zombies with lightning speed. Just like the first trial. The bodies of the zombies were shattered by the impact, and their limbs were thrown far away. Waves of zombies continue to charge in. But more than 20 minutes have passed and no zombies have been able to enter the attack range of the second row of pea shooters. That is to say, just the first row of pea shooters can block the earliest 100 zombies. It seems that the attacking power of pea shooters is not fixed, and their abilities have become stronger. Yesterday's trial also saw 100 zombies per wave. In the end, each row of pea shooters launched an attack. Lin Feng speculates that this may be related to the growth time of plants. After a day of development, the pea shooter has become stronger again. Although there will definitely be an upper limit to this growth. But now, the impact that triggers zombies is effortless. Bang 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 bang. The sound emitted by the peas continues. Lin Feng silently observed the trial. The evening breeze is gentle and comfortable to blow on people. If other candidates see his relaxed appearance, they may envy him and shed tears. If candidates knew that the difficulty of this trial task had increased tenfold, and the culprit was still so comfortable, they would probably tremble with anger. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Why didn't you get the first place result in Chapter 9? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Feng didn't rush back to rest this time. He wants to see if there will be different zombies appearing. What appears now are ordinary zombies. But the difficulty of the trial has increased by 12 times, and in case of other types of zombies, you can also leave a file. As time goes by, there are more and more zombies. The first row of pea shooters are gradually unable to achieve output overflow. Some zombies rushed into the attack range of the third row pea shooter. Getting closer, the appearance of the zombie becomes clearer. There are males and females, with different forms. When Lin Feng carefully stared at a certain zombie, the annotation appeared again. Ordinary zombies, humans are infected with a strange virus and become zombies. The speed is moderate and the damage is average. People who are bitten by them will be invaded by the zombie virus and become new zombies. Under the influence of the virus, there is a possibility of evolution. I guess I'm right. As long as I pay close attention to something, comments will appear. After Lin Feng discovered that annotations would also be effective for zombies, he began to study them. Understanding the enemy is the key to better defeating them. He began to stare at the body parts of the zombie. The brain of an ordinary zombie, although the zombie has no consciousness, the virus needs to control the body of the ordinary zombie through its original neural circuits. Without a brain, the ordinary zombie cannot move. Lin Feng looked delighted. This is a good start. One of the weaknesses of ordinary zombies is their brain. More precisely, it is to separate the body and brain of the zombie. In this way, the original divine level circuit cannot be effectively utilized. This is also the reason why some zombies have broken brains but can still move, but their entire brains are shattered, and the zombies lose their ability to move. With the harvest, Lin Feng's motivation is even stronger. He continued his research. One of the weaknesses of ordinary zombies is that their knees, the key joints for their movement, are easily damaged. If the mechanical structure of the knee joint is damaged, the zombie loses its ability to move. This is another weakness. Although they are all weaknesses of ordinary zombies, they can still be considered as gains. He continued to observe, but did not receive any more meaningful information. Lin Feng began to think about how to exploit the weaknesses of ordinary zombies. It seems that I can only use them to infer the weaknesses of future special zombies. He suddenly realized that these 2 weaknesses of ordinary zombies had little effect on him. Because he is too strong. Ordinary zombies cannot withstand a single attack from the pea shooter. A single bombardment can cause the zombie's body to scatter and separate. And now there are many pea shooters. Lin Feng couldn't help but cry and laugh. After pondering for a while, he thought about the purpose of these vulnerability information. Conduct transactions. Use these 2 messages to exchange for someone else's trial reward. Don't worry. When I reach the top of the leaderboard again, someone will definitely come to me for the secret. Lin Feng wants to wait for his fame to increase a bit before speaking. Moreover, it's much better for others to come knocking on their door than to promote themselves. Perhaps in the future, you can send advertisements in chat rooms. Thinking of this, he opened the chat channel. Since it's a transaction, the more people there are, the better. I'll go check out the world channel first. He opened the world channel. Huh, brothers, I have dug a hole and hid. The zombies have been unable to find me, and I feel like I can pass this trial. How lucky are you? I envy you in real name. Aren't you also in a safe place? Otherwise, how would you send messages and chat? I'm already dead, I failed. 666, it seems like I'm lucky. +1. I am at a high point in a spire, unable to get up from the zombies. I shoot one at a time, which not only consumes energy and time, but also kills a few enemies. Sleeping slot. Real name envy. Why don't I have such luck? The entire chat room is bustling with activity. The trial space is very magical. On World Channel, the language of any country will be automatically translated. So the information on this channel refreshes very quickly. Lin Feng attempted to send a message with only one ellipsis. Sure enough, the news was quickly spread. This way, it is impossible to attract the attention of others and cannot advertise. Lin Feng gave up the idea of sending advertisements on World Channel in the future. He entered the national channel. We are talking about another matter here. Have you noticed that this time the ranking is from bottom to front? I also noticed that the first place to appear was in the tens of millions. This ranking is based on the number of kills, with the first to be eliminated being placed directly behind. If the time is the same, the ranking will be based on the number of kills. So, as long as you keep avoiding, it's the strongest. Are you talking about me? Envy. Damn it, how could I never have thought of finding a good hiding place in the beginning? Well, brothers, let me tell you some news. I found a zombie digging up the soil on my head. Ah. Are you going to be dug out? Ha ha ha. The entire chat room exudes a joyful atmosphere. Lin Feng has been paying attention to this information. Watching sand sculpture candidates chat, time always passes quickly. Gradually, more and more people were eliminated. The people in the chat room all discovered this. They are starting to look forward to rankings. The fourth place appeared, it was Proshenko Eva from the Bear Country. Wow, I persisted for 5 hours. Too strong, she killed so many zombies. Over 2,000. Is this the power of a teddy bear? The third place also appeared, Naoto Takeuchi from Sakura. However, he did not kill any zombies, probably hiding somewhere. Envy. Why didn't I survive? 666, this luck, it seems he does good things every day. Second place, Christine of Gaul, 6 hours. Kill 3,500 zombies. Strongly invincible. Sleeping slot, is this grade still second? So who is the first one? The first one must be from our elephant country. What stupid words do you say? You must be from my country. Countless people discuss and speculate, waiting for the appearance of the first place. However, the first place seemed to disappear and never appeared. What's going on? Is there a problem with the trial space? Someone's grades haven't been calculated yet. Where's the first place? It disappeared. Why has it been empty all this time? It's been so long. Countless people feel puzzled. Different from the doubts of others. Lin Feng is quite clear about why there is no first place score statistics. Looking up at the still surging tide of corpses outside, as well as the diligent pea shooters. Statistics. I haven't finished yet. Count the yarn. Feilu's novel, Fei wants you to look good. Chapter 10. Little flower maker, should I fight with you? You are listening at novelfull.audio. The first name has never appeared. This sparked a great discussion among the trainees. Everyone was hooked to their stomachs. Many people speculate on the reason. In the chat channel, countless people are chatting. Is there a problem with this ranking? It's been almost 7 hours and there hasn't been a first place appearance yet. Is this exam starting from second place? Actually, Kristen is first place. It's very likely. I also think so. +1, +2, those who agree upstairs are all candidates from Gaul, right? Just as countless people were arguing, someone put forward a guess. Do you think there might still be people persisting? How could this be possible? Do you know how strong Eva is? She can only hold on for 5 hours, how could anyone else hold on for 7 hours? Kristen is even stronger, and she only persisted for 6 hours. It's possible that I buried myself there. Impossible, many people have failed. The territory of the first level trial space is very small. If you hide, sooner or later the entire space will be filled with zombies, and you will definitely be found. So what are you saying about it? So we said there was a bug in the trial space. No matter how they discuss, no one knows who the first place is. It has been 10 hours since the trial started. Adding to the previous preparation time, the candidates have not slept for over 10 hours. Many people couldn't hold on and fell asleep. More people are still holding on. They want to wait for a result. Is there a problem with the trial space? There is still a bug on the ranking list. Or perhaps the most incredible guess. Someone is still holding on, still alive. The chat channel gradually became quiet. The candidates are tired and don't have much energy to chat. The trial space in Xiongwa. A tall-haired girl with long golden hair frowned as she looked at the leaderboard. Xiongwa candidate, Plashenko Eva. She persisted for a long time and killed many zombies. She originally thought that the first place was easily won. Unexpectedly, I only achieved 4th place. There is a person from the Sakura country pressing her head above. Moreover, that guy didn't kill a single zombie. That's okay. Another woman named Kristen is also stronger than her. This makes Eva, who is very competitive, not very receptive. But now, these people are not important anymore. She only cares about first place. Who exactly is the first one? Unlike everyone in the chat room. She has a strong family background and knows a lot of little-known news. It is impossible to make mistakes in the trial space. So, there is only one answer. There are still candidates persevering now. Eva gritted her teeth. Her profession is Berserker, a special profession. Strong combat ability and non-human recovery ability. There are many bloody warriors in the Eva family, so she has received the best training and her upgrade route has been planned. But she still lost. After experiencing such hard training and consuming so many resources, she still lost. Lose completely. Not only that, but that person performed much better than her. She must know that person's name. Who is so much stronger than her? Forest space. Feng Hongquan carefully checked the ranking. He performed very well this time. I persisted for 4 hours and ranked 60th. Previously, Xie Qian ranked above him by over 200. This made him breathe a sigh of relief. He won. Retrieved the venue. This is Feng Hongquan's personality. He doesn't like to lose to others. Especially those who are very close to him. Like Xie Qian, she's in the middle school next door. And they all come from good families. So, Feng Hongquan doesn't want to lose to her. He is very happy that he has won a game now. Let me see, how many names are you in, Lin Feng? He thought of another opponent. An opponent whom one has never won before. He first carefully searched for 60 previous names. Haha. You're not here. You lost. Hahaha, I finally won once. Feng Hongquan was extremely excited. 3 years ago, with his personality, he was suppressed by one person for 3 years. At this moment, a joyful feeling arises naturally. With a joyful mood, he continued to check the rankings. Until the top 500, there was no mention of Lin Feng's name. Sure enough, a gardener is a gardener and it's impossible to surpass me. The previous trial was just an accident, it must have been a plant mutation. Feng Hongquan's mood has exceeded expectations, and he no longer checks the ranking. The opponents who have already won are not worth paying attention to anymore. Moreover, even the top 500 cannot be entered, and the gap between the two sides is already too great. He is looking for his next opponent. Time passes by minute by second. Soon, everyone couldn't hold on anymore. After a difficult battle, they were already tired. Moreover, if you don't rest well and have a sudden trial tomorrow and are eliminated, you will be at a great loss. Lin Feng slept for a while and was full of energy. He opened the chat room and there were no more people chatting inside. The latest news comes from 5 hours ago. Lin Feng opened the panel to view the trial information. There are still 3 minutes until the trial ends. Watching the zombies still pouring in crazily outside. Lin Feng stretched lazily in boredom. There are still 3 minutes left. This trial took so long. Lin Feng couldn't help but wonder what reward this trial could offer. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good.